Hello Pisces, and welcome to your October 2025 tarot card reading. We are going to get started with an oracle card to get a sense of the energy we're moving into for this October. Re-evaluation. It's time to reevaluate your present circumstances and begin to make changes where changes are needed. Well, if this isn't a card that screams retrograde, I don't know what is. And that's why planets come back, right? That's why they retrograde back into certain areas, is because it's time to review and reevaluate and make the changes that are necessary. And ironically, you are going to be hosting a couple of those retrogrades. One, Neptune, your ruler, is coming back October 22nd to your sign in retrograde motion. And it's going to be sitting right next to Saturn retrograde, who's already in your sign. And this is huge for us all, but because you're hosting this event, I can't explain to you. This is huge times the 10th power for you, Pisces. This is an energy that is made for reevaluation. Saturn wants us to finish what we started. Saturn, sitting next to Neptune, wants to put the final touches on that dream that he helped realize with Neptune, the dreamer, the one with the imagination, the one who's been helping manifest this. Saturn, sitting next to the dreamer as the disciplinarian and the realist, is bringing this to fruition. It's bringing it to reality. It is saying that your dreams are coming true. And for some of you, where they already have, it's not done. This is like so incredible, so incredible. And it becomes even more pivotal because Neptune has been in your sign for 14 years, so that Neptune's dipping back into your sign, sitting next to Saturn, who's been there for 3 years, and they're finishing their business moving in January, I think, with Neptune, and then Saturn in February, says that you're going to be done. They're not even coming. Neptune will not be back in your lifetime. I mean, that's pretty significant. Saturn probably will. So this is like, oh my God, this is the magic mission ride because you believed. You chanting your mantra, I believe, is help making this a reality because you understand the laws of manifestation and you've been working with your planets. So yay for you. So, all right, I'm getting ahead of myself, but I'm really excited for you, Pisces. Let's get some additional guidance here and advice with our tarot for Pisces for October. There's that new beginning, that dream being realized. Ace of Wands, new beginning. Page, death and rebirth, transformation. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, this card. That's the lotto card. I always say that. The most joyful card in the tarot deck. Whatever you wish for, hope for, work for, and manifested, which we're going to talk about a little bit more, is a big yes. It's coming your way. Now, at the heart of your reading is Five of Pentacles, which talk about hard times. Page of Cups, the Magician, the Emperor, fantastic. Mars is on the scene. That's Aries card. And Three of Wands. Wowza. I am loving it. Okay. So we started off your story, or we're starting off your story with the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is a beautiful, creative energy. It's really about your passion. It's what, gets you out of bed and what makes you excited, right? And I know that for some of you, this new start is because you are maybe in the middle of this beautiful manifestation that I was talking about. Some of you have, reached a new milestone in your life, a new career, maybe recently retired, move house and home. Family dynamics have shifted, added some members, maybe have lost some members. There's, some major milestones that have gone down to you, gone down. And, it's part of the manifestation where we're kind of clearing out some things that, have expired, some of that energy that's no longer useful. Nothing left of it. And that's what the transformation card is about. So we know that on October 13th, Pluto turns direct. And this is, definitely some Pluto energy, right? The death card and the rebirth card. And that's really pivotal because Pluto they call it out of bounds, which means he's just not following the sun's path like all the other planets follow the sun, right? And Pluto's out of bounds, which means he's boundless and borderless and just, rambunctious to do his thing. And, that can kind of create some turbulence because that's what Pluto's energy is, right? It's about, purging. It's about, the death in order for rebirth, so there's endings, there's closures, there's purging, there's, all of that going on. And for you, that is really happening in a very important house, this 12th house. Now, this 12th house is your house, your native house, so you're used to it, and it's the house of closures. It's the house of surrender. It's the house of purging and healing. And it's the same house where Saturn and Neptune is going to create this magical thing that's going to help you bring some additional manifestation to your life if some of you are in the middle of it. And I think some of you are, because we're talking about what's in the middle of your reading. So this Five of Pentacles talks about some hardships, some difficulties. And, this whole reevaluation card is saying that we have to go back and look at something. And for you, I think it's really in the house of finances and material world. Now, I did start to say that some of you, have recently retired, have gone through some major life changes, and major life changes are expensive. So we know that the sun in Libra right now is shining a light on your financial matters. And the full moon, October 6th, is shining a light on your financial matters. And then the new moon in Libra, later on in the month, the 21st, is shining a light on your financial matters because it's in the 8th house of other people's money. So that's where I'm going to next. I'm going to talk about this new moon in Libra, October 21st, because you're reviewing your current financial status. And the 8th house is the house of shared resources, shared debts. It's the house of inheritances, taxes, insurance payouts, other people's money that you're not earning, okay? And for some of you who are intimately connected or through, partnerships, you're reevaluating that. And for some of you, I think you're looking at, you're exploring ways to, untether, because remember, death and rebirth, transformation. I think some of you are trying to, kind of release some of these obligations, some of these shared debt, for instance. Some of you have felt that you've already, paid your share of that, and it's for somebody else, and you're trying to find ways to move forward. So there's a little bit of a tricky thing here that's going on with your finances because it's going to be your focus, and that's your reevaluation. Now, money matters always. I'm not minimizing it, but it's not the story of your whole manifestation. You look at all the power. This is you and your magic. This is the Emperor. This is the Yes card from the universe. Your manifestation is well on the way. Some of you are in the middle of it. And guess what? Once you get through this little hurdle, trying to figure out how the money's going to land, once you move to that next position in your life, then the new opportunities come in, the new acquaintances, the new introductions, Page of Cups. Somebody's coming in to give you some advice and saying, hey, look over here. And then the Magician, of course, is that beautiful, magical way of Pisces in the 12th house that is open to all kinds of spiritual alignments, like the Ace of Wands coming in, because you're being guided here. And the Emperor is the god of war. And Mars really doesn't play nicely. When Mars sets his sight on something, he goes full throttle, And for you, that means that, you need to do the same thing. You need to take a look at the situation because it's crowning the Emperor, and you need to have the strength and the courage and the ambition to get out from whatever's holding you back here. And again, it's in the 8th house. Now, that doesn't mean that you're splitting up with your significant other because the money, loans and creditors are calling and any of that. What it means is you're going to find a way to relieve some of this, to reevaluate some of it. And that might be refinancing, that might be, moving, settling some, debt. It might be just, deciding to, have an individual account so that you can be in charge of your own account. Whatever that works for you, the Emperor is saying you need to do it. You need to take your power back. This is one of the most powerful cards. God of War. He doesn't mess around, and he loves being in charge. And really, this is an independent energy, so they're asking you to be independent. This can be, paying off loans, paying off student debt, selling a home, going to a smaller one, whatever that means for you. You need to reevaluate, and you need to set up a new system for yourself because the magic is waiting to happen. The 3 of Wands is you waiting for that last part of this big yes card. Your magnificent manifestation that you've been working on is not even done yet. More's to come in for you. Pisces, I love, love, love this for you. If it resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. Wishing you balance, peace, and harmony. Take care.